Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Evolve Point, your Shadowverse Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Ignideus, joined by my two co-hosts, SuchPettanko, fellow streamer. Hello.
Hello, that is me, Tonko. Good evening, hi.
As well as Lord Kalen, the moderator of the Shadowverse subreddit. Hi.
I am absolutely happy with everything that was on the stream. Nothing went wrong. I am completely chill.
What chill?
Well, I mean, as the moderator of the community, I'm sure you've seen a lot of the community sentiments.
I'm a very moderate person.
We'll talk about that in a second. That's actually our main topic today, is the, of course, reveal of Skybound Dragons, which was the new set coming up in just a few days now. About a week from now of recording. But there's also a ton of news, of course, of current Grand Prix happening, a current collab happening as well after the UMA collab, changes to the very controversial Battle Fest, balance adjustments for Take-Two, and a bunch of other news. So let's just jump into it, shall we? I'm not going to ask what y'all have been up to today, because I know Tonko's been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kalen, I don't care. Let's just jump into this news, shall we? Is that okay with y'all?
Fine.
Yeah, go.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean that, Kalen. I, of course, care about you and the things you do. Do you want to tell them, how about you specifically, but not Tonko, tell me what you've done with this past week?
I've been bouncing up and down on Epic with Abyss. Don't read into what I just said.
How very epic of you.
Look, me and Neo are really close. I love that little guy and his two other selves.
I'm glad
doing
I asked
so
now,
epically.
actually. And then fine, okay, I'll ask Tonko too. What have you been up to other than playing Yu-Gi-Oh, Tonko?
Well, I started playing Stella Sora, and that's a whole situation.
I heard that one was a bit controversial too. Every card game you get into apparently has got nothing but hotbeds of controversy.
No, that's just a regular new gacha game. It kind of feels like a combination between like Blue Archive and Dragalia Lost, but the monetization is pretty bad. It's like they kind of Worlds Beyond the game, so it's
is that the new verb? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Let's get into the news. Of course, currently running is the Heirs of the Omen Cup Volume 2 Grand Prix. It just started yesterday, runs until the 28th. Of course, as usual with the Grand Prix, you will get one attempt per stage. And then in the final stage, you either are in Group A or Group B. Group A, you get the sleeve and emblem guaranteed, but you also can get the Champion Flare 5 packs and a Seer's Globe if you win. And Group B, the maximum reward is an emblem, a sleeve, a legendary card, and 3 packs. This time around, the GP reward is Evolved Octress. Any sword players in the chat? You down for this? How is your run going?
Probably tons of them.
Petty go.
Well, I haven't played my Grand Prix ones yet, but like, I just want to say, why is it another sword in a row? Because last expansion we had Gildaria, right? Last month we had Gildaria.
Yeah, but wasn't the previous one Shamnaha? So it's not in a row.
No, okay, I lied. Yeah, it was. Just kidding. It's not 2 in a row. It's more I'm so sword.
Your hatred for sword is like blinding you.
It's blinding me, yeah.
Every time you see a sword, you're like, again, even though it's not even in a row.
I mean, maybe not in a row, but it's also been a lot of loot shilling, because we had so much Sensiro, but that's beside the point. That's I'll let that side. Moving on.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I also haven't played the GP.
What? I got first try with Ignideus, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good deck. And then Chris stole my deck list. Chris stole my deck list and also first tried it, so, you know, it's all I
stole your deck list and then bounced up and down on Epic.
Yeah, you should not say that.
I tried your deck list. I tried your deck list. I still don't even know. I've never been epic once in my life. I'm cringe.
I need to like do a freaking Metafy session with Tonko, get him to lock in or something so that he can learn how to play the deck. I don't know. I don't really care about Octress though. Not my favorite Omen for sure. So whatever, personally. But I mean, I'll aim for Group A, I guess.
I mean, well, my least favorite Omen is definitely Guild, but I'm not allowed to scream and rant about that here.
Not yet,
You say that
I
like
mean.
I'm censoring you. Like, Kalen is not allowed to vent about Giln.
He has a shock collar on me whenever I scream and rant about Odin
yeah.
and Giln.
You're being such a baby, Kaylin.
You're so. What is up with Kalen today? He's like horny today. He's bouncing up and down on it.
I
He's got a
did
shock collar
Bruh.
on.
No, that's not what we're
It's a
referring to.
reference.
That's crazy, bro. All right, next up we have the Battlefest Volume 2 changes. Of course, Battlefest is a very controversial event from a month ago, where everything was fine until it went immediately wrong, and then everybody hated it and review bombed the game. And
It was
honestly,
the best
I
of
agree.
Shadowverse. It was the worst of Shadowverse.
Yeah, that ending was super a bummer, and everyone hated it, including me. And thankfully, they did make some changes. So this next Battlefest is coming up on mid-December. And instead of getting the reward of the team that wins, you get the reward based on what team you join, which is going to be just premium sleeves. So unfortunately, no alt arts this time, but you do get premium sleeves of the team you join. The teams being either Gran and Jita, Lyria, or Vern. And yeah, you have to join a team and play at least one fast match to win the final rewards. And the only thing that the winning team gets now is the park will be adorned with the colors of the winning team for some time after the fest. So you're just competing for bragging rights, basically. Not only that, you can also match with players from your own team, so there's not going to be a scenario where you're just stuck queuing for ages like last time. And delegates also are now selected in terms of number of draw tickets rather than just randomly, and the number of delegates will be increased by a lot. And there's also not going to have the bonus points based on the finale rankings. So basically, all of the problems we had, they fixed. It's just that the rewards for this one are slightly less than the previous one, but all of the problems of the fest itself is like, they addressed it, I think, which is good.
Everything we complained about got changed, but they might have overreacted on making it so much less competitive.
You think so?
I mean, they did remove most of the competitive aspect of it, but I feel like the more important thing with Battlefest, at least the intended idea, was just to have the community aspect of it, just have everybody gather together. Like, sure, we can't we can't necessarily like get so you don't need to like throw shade at other teams or anything like that. You don't. It's all just like a big
No
friendly,
gang wars.
no gang wars this time. But that's probably for the best though.
It's just like a team spirit. It's like, it reminds me of when I was back in like middle school and they had like Spirit Day or whatever. And you're like,
I hated
choose a
Spirit
team
Day. I have no spirit.
Wow. But you love Battlefest, don't you, Tonko?
I love Shadowverse Park.
Battlefest.
So, I don't know. I think it's fine for it not to be competitive, honestly. I keep saying this. I say this all the time. I think it was a mistake in the early days of the game to make all of the events win-focused, because you want the events to, like, make people get more invested as a casual. And it's so strange because it's like very clear from like interviews before the game came out and everything, when KMR was doing the press circuit, that he kept saying over and over again that he wanted to make this game more accessible to newer players and casual players, and then all the events ended up being win events, and it's like, well, kind of antithetical. So honestly, I'm totally fine with the fest being just like a cute little distraction rather than an actual thing you have to nut up for. So yeah, I think I'm fine with that, honestly.
The entire point of Park is to be casual and chill, so it's totally fine.
All right.
I'm gonna miss the card styles, but at least the sleeves that we're getting, they are gonna be premium. They are gonna be shiny, so I get to get shiny Livia sleeves. Sure.
I think some people might assume like, oh, they made the Battlefest better, but the rewards are worse. That sucks. And honestly, I do kind of understand this feeling of like, why is it always like, it feels like it's always a negotiation of like, you know, one or the other. So I do understand the frustrations on that sense, but I don't think they nerfed the rewards because of that. I think this event was planned for a while, IMO. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah,
and they just adjusted it.
It might just simply be because they're doing like a variety of different rewards each Battlefest. I mean, we might see card styles again in a separate one at some point.
Yeah, because Lyria is getting a card style anyway, right? In the Battle Pass.
Yeah, Lyria is getting a card style, yes, correct. From the, gosh, what is it from again? Something. I'll look at the website again later.
I'm pretty sure it's in... Wait,
it's Battlefest. No. I'm not Battle Pass, I'm pretty sure. I think.
Yeah.
On that.
I think it is.
Yes, you are correct. It's Battle Pass, yeah.
I do wish though, if we did have alternate card styles for this Battle Fest, I would have loved to see April Fool's Vern. The slow,
like the one in the robot box.
Either the robot one or the buff one, yeah.
And
I'm sorry, Team Vern, but you're losing. It's so funny.
Kind of putting the cart before the horse here, but I also will say that, yes, we've been talking about it a lot. You might have noticed that, the new set is Granblue themed. We'll cover that in a second. But first, I want to cover, of course, Tonko's favorite thing, Zombieland Saga collab in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. It's a 7-day login event for the upcoming movie, Yume Ginga Paradise. And you get rupees, a t-shirt in park, emblems, sleeves, and a poster for your room in park. Yay!
Yeah. I've waited my entire life for Zombieland Saga leaders. And all I got was this Laudi shirt.
That meme popped off. That meme broke containment of the Shadowverse community even.
Listen, Tonko. Don't worry, okay? Because Shadowverse Classic, you got one sleeve. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, you get a sleeve and a shirt. So in the third reboot, surely you'll get your Zombieland Saga leaders, right?
But
That's how the trajectory is going.
I'm pretty sure this is the finale of Zombieland Saga, so this was my last chance. I was hoping they'd do a surprise, just add a thing of we're gonna do an additional Zombieland Saga collab. That was my last hope. I was kind of hoping.
I don't think you should run out of hope yet. I think this is just for the release of the Japanese cinemas version. But there's gonna be other releases.
Nobody cares about this anime in English.
Thailand, dude, they're gonna have a new lock-in bonus that has the leaders in it. Surely.
I rewatched ZLS last year, and after a while, I think when they did the Blu-ray releases, they actually went back with the dub and dubbed the songs as well, which they weren't doing week to week. So it does get a bit more attention than some other anime did with their Blu-ray dubs and stuff.
I don't want to be the party pooper, but this is some massive copium y'all are on that at some point they'll dub the Blu-ray and release the Junko leader at the same time.
Kayden's trying to reassure me. Yeah, dude. When the Blu-rays of the movie comes out, there's gonna be a code with the Blu-ray to redeem Zombieland Saga leaders. That's my chat. That's my last chat.
That isn't out of the question. They do that.
They did do. To be fair, they did do Blu-ray leader with Mysteria with Manaria Friends. Yes, the Anne leader was originally the Manaria Friends.
Right behind you,
impossible.
Fair enough. Okay. Hey. Okay. Do you want to put a bet on it?
No.
If the Junko leader comes on the Blu-ray, you go egg mode, shave your head, and if it doesn't. Oh no! I go egg mode if the Blu-ray does have the leader in it, and
but you've gone egg you enjoy going egg mode. That's cheating.
I kind of love going egg mode. Yeah.
Speaking of egg, the main character, the egghead, the Sakura, the one that gets the funny one that gets hit by the truck. She's actually a playable character in Princess Connect. They made a playable character for her in Princess Connect, and all we got in Shadowverse is a shirt and poster. So,
hey, if there was gonna be an alt art for the Zombieland Saga leaders, like for Junko, for example, what alt art would you want it to be? You know how Oguru Cap's Odin.
So I despite me being the Junko guy, I know for a fact Junko would never be Portalcraft. She would probably fit something more Well, the easy answer is Abysscraft because they're all zombies. Yeah, just make every Zombieland Saga character just all Abysscraft.
No, the zombie token, it's an alt art, but it's all of them. That would go hard.
Dude.
Yo.
Don't make me imagine the impossible, man. Don't make me...
Yeah.
Don't make me imagine things I'll never have.
It's the Blu-ray release for sure, bro. And then you go egg mode.
That's my last
Cerberus alt art, and it's just the dog.
That's
the
right.
Dog. Coco and Mimi are just the girls.
The next bit of news here is Take-Two balance adjustments. I actually haven't played Take-Two since it launched because of the increased price. So.
I haven't played it at all yet because I'm not getting free tickets from anywhere, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. We've never even gotten any more tickets this entire time.
We got one. We got one at the launch of this expansion. but it's only been one ticket per expansion since Take-Two came out.
Yeah, and basically, Forest went from 2 redraws to 4 redraws. Rune went from 5 to 6, and Haven went from 5 down to 4. So they got nerfed. So there you go. I cannot speak on this. Apologies, because I do not play this game mode. So
I can't believe Truth is so bad that they forced Rune to get a record-breaking 6 mulligans. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
pretty
crazy,
wild.
bro. I mean,
where's the nuke, man? Where's the nuke?
Those cards are all terrible. Speaking of Take-Two, there's a card that was revealed in the stream that I'm like, that gets revealed in Take-Two, the entire mode is broken. So we gotta get rid of that guy immediately. Anyway, next bit of news is the Shadowverse Channel news that wasn't the new set announcement, because like I said, the new set announcement is going to be the main topic for today. But they revealed a couple of statistics as usual. In terms of Sears globes, the third most globed was Sincero, then it's Gilnelise, and then number 1 is Lashena. Tonka, how you feeling about that?
OMG, Lashena mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, more than once too, because in terms of Apprentice globes, third place was Screaming and Loathing. My card, nice. And then Congregant of Entwining. And then first was Destructive Melody. Lashena again. Both first place globes were Lashena, so congratulations to that.
I heckin' love Lashena. All those globed cards collecting dust because the deck does nothing!
It's okay, you're getting support next X pack.
They also did a bunch of other statistics about like who owns all of the freaking tickets and stuff. Not me. That couldn't be me. And in terms of merchandise, they also announced a pop-up store happening in Akihabara on the 25th of October, literally simply 2 days after I leave Japan. Then they start the freaking store. Makes me so mad. Why would they do that?
They get you every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
and also,
man, Igni, you leave Japan right before the Zombieland Saga movie comes out. Oh, what a shame.
No. I've never seen Zombieland Saga. Do you think it'd be okay if I just watched the movie without seeing the series first?
Dude, you haven't seen the series, you don't even speak Japanese. It would be a nightmarish fever dream. Like it would be an extremely unique experience.
Good stuff, bro. And they also announced they're gonna have new shop merch on Amazon Merch on Demand. It's just T-shirts with the leader on it, and it says their name: Dreitsen shirt, Fog. And at the Akihabara store, I forgot to mention this, they also have a almost 7 foot tall, no, that's not true, almost 6 foot tall tapestry of Dreitsen. And in the stream, they zoomed in on her thighs for some reason before zooming out.
It's also life-sized. Dreitsen's actually only that tall if you were hanging it at the right height.
The tapestry itself, the entire fabric is like 6 feet, but Dreitsen herself is only like 4. And that's accurate. that's accurate to her height.
That's freaking crazy, bro. And they also changed the venue for the World Grand Prix. It's now at Pacifico Yokohama, and they announced merchandise that's going to be sold at Rage, which is like, oh no, it's merchandise that was sold at Rage that's going to be sold on the Sai store now. It includes a UD playmat for 3,000 yen. Go for it.
OMG,
you gotta get it.
Mentioned.
That's right.
I do.
Yeah. And yeah, that's basically everything that's not related to the new set that they announced. Of course, also, I gotta mention, they announced the winners of the Shadowverse Park photo contest and the Shadowverse fan art contest. And as you can see from where we're recording, you can see some of the beautiful fan arts displayed in the park right now. So that's very exciting. I think over the next few days, I think they're rotating what the art... what was it? They're like in different parts of the park. There are like different rotations. So if you just walk around the park now, all around you can find the fan art that won the contest, which is super, super cool.
Yeah, and there's really like 30 of these posters, and each has like 3 or 4 art. All the artists that won have been tweeting their poster and where to find it. It's great.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That's so cute to see all the artists like getting so excited and stuff. To be honest, though, I still think they should have won something like in-game rewards or something. But
literally just good exposure.
Yeah.
Like every one of them had a Twitter account. It wouldn't be terribly difficult to just DM them a code that gives them a Sears Globe or something.
And unfortunately, Kalen did not win any of the photo contest, despite his
No, I did not. Yeah, I was pretty confident I'd win because I just simply didn't realize there would be a Japanese exclusive hashtag for the photo event. And like the competition on the English/global hashtag was pretty weak, to be honest. And I entered in every category with, I'd say, a strong entry. But I didn't consider the Japanese side of it. And I would also say the Japanese winners bent the rules a little with some of their things, like editing the photos in post or posting multiple at once. But whatever. I guess I can live without those 20 to 80,000 rupees I could have won.
This means you know that,
Kalen.
You know the strat for next time.
Now you know for next time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Next time I'll just have to tweet in English and Japanese and make another Japanese account to tweet in Japanese only. Maybe stack up the odds a little bit, rig the game.
Yeah, edit the photos with Photoshop.
Post every photo 4 times in different frames. Yeah.
He's so salty, you can tell.
Yep.
This is what you have to do.
Yeah, I am.
The ends justify the means.
That's crazy, bro. All right. And then, of course, I also want to mention there's a new set giveaway for the upcoming set Skybound Dragons, where you can retweet on X or whatever, and you might get a couple packs from doing that. So,
do we have some related to the Instagram giveaway as well on the docket? I don't see anything. There's also a giveaway on Cygame's Instagram.
Yeah, there is a giveaway on Cygame's Instagram, but it's for a Sandalphon set of like cards and acrylics or something like that. So if you're interested, Sandalphon is a popular character after all. So there you go. You can look that up on the Shadowverse_JP Instagram. All right. Let's talk about esports before we get into the main topic here. There's a really couple of interesting events that have been happening in esports recently. Of course, the big one was the Rage Grand Finals happen, and the winner was Junan with mid-range Abysscraft and Ward Havencraft. He brought Ward expecting a lot of Roach, and it paid off because I think 5 out of the top 8 brought Roach, and he just farmed all of them. Kind of amazing. Apparently, he's also a doctor who just plays in his spare time. And he says that he prefers playing fun decks than like meta decks, which is why he queued up some stuff that isn't considered tier 1. So, and he ended up winning the entire thing. So not only is he a doctor, but he's also, it's a meme, like somebody who works hard can't defeat somebody who enjoys himself, and he ended up winning. So there you go, pretty cool.
Nice.
Quick reminder about upcoming events. Shadowverse Open Grand Finals happens on the 25th and 26th in Singapore. I'm going to be casting that with Chris Differentfight. STO, which is the Shadowverse Taiwan Open, the finals happen also on October 25th. And then they also, I think, opened registrations already for the Shadowverse Online Championship 2025 November. And that one is actually available to join from people all over the world, I believe, not just in Japan. So... And the winner gets 5 million yen and a slot to compete in World Grand Prix. So if you want to sign up for that, go to the Shadowverse Worlds Beyond website right now. Check out the news document. And you're just going to have to download the Discord server and the Tournament Navigator app. And you can join that. So good luck. And hopefully you do well. It is going to be happening on November 16th. Sorry, day 1 is November 8th and 9th. And then day 2 is November 16th, as well as the finals. And registrations for that are open until... November 4th. So you just have a little over a week now to go ahead and register. Like around 2 weeks to register for that. So do it. All right. Finally, the Crazy Raccoon Streamer League Finals is happening on November 14th. That's like the one in Japan with all of the really popular streamers that Shadowverse collaborates with. So you can check that out as well. It's going to be streamed. All right. Can we just get to the main topic now? I think you're all itching to talk about it, right?
I'm dying inside.
All right. The 4th set, Skybound Dragons, has been revealed, and it's gotten some mixed reception, I would say. Some people pretty upset with the amount of cosmetics monetization, especially the fact that there are 8 exchange tickets in this one.
I joked about this last podcast.
I know, right? Literally in the previous episode, we were like, what if they did 10 exchange tickets? And they did, basically.
We joked about there being like exchange tickets for every class. I'm pretty sure we also mentioned like, oh, they probably won't bring back Skybound art. It seems too early to bring back Skybound art.
Not only did they bring back Skybound art, Tanko, they brought back Invoke, my arch nemesis.
I know you were. I know you were glad when you heard about that. You were live on air in the moment. What?
Yeah,
I just knew you were seething.
For context, I did the official English co-stream for the reveal stream, and when the Invoke came up, I'm like, I had to show some restraint, man, to not just be a hater. It's like gripping my knees.
You're a professional.
Yeah, so let's not put the cart before the horse here. Skybound Dragons is, of course, the Granblue Fantasy collab set, so an entire booster for a collab, similar to how they did in Classic back in, I guess, Brigade of the Sky and
the 10th expansion in
Eternal Awakening. I will say, though, in those previous ones, the entire set wasn't just Granblue. Like, we had miscellaneous other cards, too, but in this one, I think it is going to be all Granblue, so that's interesting. I guess we'll see for certain, but I'm pretty sure it is, because they explicitly say it's like a collab set, so that's pretty interesting. So the 2 exchange tickets that you get normally are going to be Belial and Beelzebub, 2 men, which I think, Kaylin, is this right? You've got equal, thank God it's 2 men, and holy no, it's 2 men.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll also say twice as much support for Belial to Beelzebub.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think so. Yeah. I just wanted to say that, like, these 2 men are popular, and also, like, there's a reason why Granblue Fantasy has a 50% female player base. So I think it's a bit of maybe a shock to the 90% male player base of Shadowverse, but yeah, I mean, Granblue has like an equal gender representation for fan service, so it's not surprising to me. But I think some of the Shadowverse players who weren't expecting it were like, "Oh, what?" So that's interesting.
Go, Petty.
No, I was just gonna say, like, these are 2 of the most, like, there's a lot of discourse around these 2 men specifically within the Granblue fandom, so it's pretty obvious that at least Belial made sense. I wasn't expecting Beelzebub. Like, I would have expected Soundaphone, but they turned Soundaphone into a neutral, so he's probably gonna get the full art.
I think full art for him.
I was kind of expecting Lucilius, but, I guess Beelzebub's fine.
So one thing I want to mention with Belial is I don't mess with Granblue. I did watch the anime because it tied into Shadowverse enough. Like, I knew those cards from Shadowverse that maybe the anime was worth trying, and it's all right, I guess. But when Belial first got added to Granblue, he also had a music album, like a bunch of themes related to him released, and Paradise Lust broke containment from Granblue and became a legitimately, like, just popular song outside of Granblue Fantasy. It's a really good song, and that's why I like Belial, like, even aside from Granblue. That song's a banger.
Yeah, I mean, they're popular characters for sure. And honestly, I was like kind of surprised back in Classic that they didn't bring out Belial and Sandalphon and stuff. And back then, I think I even said, like, they're just leaving money on the table. I guess they were saving it for Worlds Beyond. Now we know. So there you go. Now let's talk about the controversial part, shall we?
Speaking of money.
Not only are there these 2 exchange tickets, but also the faction within Granblue Fantasy, the 6 dragons. All 6 of them are also exchange tickets you can get. They're lesser exchange tickets because they explicitly say that a Visage set is not available for them, but you can get them as leaders through the exchange ticket system as well. And I think the thing that pissed a lot of people off, and this one I do agree with, I think by and large, monetization of cosmetics is whatever, but this one I do agree with is scummy. You can buy on the web store, you get 4,000 crystals and 1 6 dragon exchange ticket, but the 6th dragon you get is random. That's so bad.
Yeah, the 6th dragon is random, and also the existence of there being 6 additional exchange ticket characters, which means 8 in total, that also means that the lucky chest is going to be a lot more clogged.
The lucky
now.
Well, we
chest
don't know that.
delusion. Yeah.
we have no idea how they're implementing that.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't,
because they
sure,
mentioned
but...
it's a different type of exchange because there's no visage set. So I wonder actually. We'll have to find
I'm gonna
out
make
when
the
it comes
assumption
out.
that they're easier to get. Yeah, they have higher pull rates on those, but like even then, it's still gonna be tough.
This is the best case scenario is that they have a higher pull rate and they're not in the lucky chest pool. I think that would be the best case scenario. Like if these lesser ones were in the lucky chest pool, that would be terrible. So yeah. But yeah, Kaylin brought this up. I think it's the same price as the 5500 bundle.
Yeah.
But instead of getting the 1500 unpaid gems, you instead get a ticket. So generally, you could say that this exchange ticket to them is worth 1500 gems or crystals, rather. Is that worth it? I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, they cut the 1500 paid unpaid crystals off the 80 USD bundle and slapped on the ticket. But it's a 1 in 6. You don't even get to choose which one. And like personally, I am no fan of the cat or the portal one. I think they're just not appealing. The other 4 I could live with. Wumbus I'd love the most, but can't guarantee it. No chance of guarantee. I don't know what his name is. I don't play Granblue. That little jellyfish looks amazing. Yeah. There's a Wambus among us.
Like he's Patrick Star in that episode talking to SpongeBob about him
I'm a mega Starmie now? God damn.
I think it's really lame that it's random. I think it should have been a selector, 100%. 100%.
Dude, I've got 2 portal leader exchange tickets. I'd have to collect this set.
Are you still having Orcus?
I'm like 45 away from Orcus still, and even then I have to eventually still get the full art.
Well, maybe if you do your bloody dailies, you'd be there by now.
Yeah, if you stop playing goddamn Digimon, you'd be able to get it.
But I've also lost the will to do my dailies, especially when I missed that first lucky chest for Orcus. It's like I wasn't expecting to get it anyway, but it just crushed my soul that I still had so much more to go. And that's why like having so many different Granblue leaders all together is really tough for people that want to play multiple characters.
Another thing I want to bring up about the big 4,000 crystal bundle. You need to actually buy 5,000 unpaid crystals in order to get the sleeves of the character, right? From the top up.
The sandal font top up bonus. Yeah.
So even then, it doesn't cover it.
Yeah, let me just say the top up bonus for crystals this time is indeed sandal font for the sleeve. Yeah. You're gonna have to. I mean, honestly. They want to get money from Granblue players. What can I say? This is the hard truth.
It's all same. There's also going to be the usual 2,200 crystals and 3 legendary packs bundle on the web store. That's going to refresh as well.
Bundle, right? As well. Yeah. That they announced too.
So if you buy both, you'll get the top up bundle because you'll hit about 6,000 paid crystals, but. I mean, all that for some unanimated sleeves that you can slap a gem on.
Yeah, but hey, can we move to some nicer news? The BP this time is pretty good. You get Zeta as a leader and the Lyria alt art. Honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. I guess that they would put such a high value popular character as the BP.
I'm gonna say it. Every BP is worth it. This is just on level of the others because they're all so rewarding.
Yeah, they're all rewarding, and this character is genuinely pretty and very pretty and very popular. And I'm gonna get her because she's the best friend of Vasaraga, who I love. So I gotta get her. So.
We didn't get Vasaraga in the previous expansions, Granblue expansions. So maybe he'll show up now. What?
Vasaraga was the Ector. He was a new. No, not Ector. He was
he's not Ector, dude. He comes back. He's Mordecai.
Mordecai. Yeah, I got my Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Mordecai with aura.
So hopefully we can get him
does
back.
Have aura.
He is my favorite. So yeah, great BP as usual. I think the only thing that really pissed people off was the 6 exchange ticket thing. For me, I'm just waiting to see what the rates are like. If the rates are bad, and if it pollutes the lucky chess pool, that would be really bad, and I think that would be sucky for everybody. But I have to see if it actually is the case.
I really wish they had just put the 6 Dragon Leaders into the shop. The fact that we still don't have any other leaders available in the shop, I mean, even if they cost us 1,500, which would be, obviously more than the Shadowverse Classic leaders, that would be annoying. But at least they'd be accessible, right? One of the things that's like getting people really, really worked up is the fact that shooting from 2 to 3 exchange tickets all the way to 8, even if these 6 ones are treated differently, it's still incredibly jarring and disconcerting. And
I think it is an anomaly, though, because it's a collab set. I don't think they'll do this every set, or at least I hope not, because that would be crazy.
Yeah, but when you consider when you consider all the other collab sets that, okay, well, I'm going to make a classic comparison, but I'm just saying that back in Classic, we did have a couple of gacha leaders, and those were controversial. But at least, say, for example, the Miku collab, at least they did put other Vocaloid characters in the shop. So even if you got priced out, you weren't able to afford to get the gacha Miku, you could at least still get something for a reasonable price within the shop. Like you're guaranteed.
That's true. That's true. You could get Lin and Ren or whatever. Or is it Rin and Ren? I forgot their names.
And the Bloodcraft one, never remember her name either.
Like this whole affair, it once again, much like how controversial Worlds Beyond was at launch, it's really bad optics. It's such a bad look because I see so many people on my Twitter feed, a lot of Granblue players that were excited about Belial and stuff, and then they see how hard it is for him to get. In fact, actually, I saw a couple of posts that went like sort of viral almost, where they were like $90 for Belial. I don't want to spend $90 for Belial because they were thinking about the 6 Dragons bundle, and it's like, dude,
no, that can't even get him for it.
No,
I would like to also bring this up again because I'm gonna beat this point to death until they fix it, because they can fix it like they did in Shadowverse Classic. But in Shadowverse Classic, the first 21.5 thousand crystals you bought were cheaper than any going forward because of those first 3 bundles where you could buy 80 USD for 7,500. Those aren't in Worlds Beyond, therefore making every crystal more expensive compared to Shadowverse Classic, on top of the already bad prices of things in the shop. So
you see,
if they ever add those bundles, I'll be a bit happier. Like, it'll alleviate the damage of the cost of leaders, but still, doubling their cost at minimum is crazy.
I think I mentioned this back during the Miku collab too, where I said, if the leader was just in the shop and part of a bundle, don't you think that would get those fans more invested in your game? Whereas when you put the leader behind like such a high initial barrier, a lot of them are just not going to bother in the first place, right? Like, that is kind of lame. Like, to me, I think it's like, I don't mind them charging for cosmetics as long as the free events are still fine and you can still acquire, cards in a reasonable fashion. And the fact that they are improving Battlefest and they're improving the battle dungeon and the collabs and stuff, I love that stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine, charge for skins. But I think they are missing out on potential, like, retention by not giving the people who might try the game from Granblue, like, not giving them an easy way to get invested. Like, making that initial barrier so high, most of them are just not even going to bother installing the game in the first place.
Yeah, they look at the exchange ticket system, they get really confused and realize it's even worse than they imagine, and they just lose motivation to pick up the game. Like, they're not even gonna have the chance to try out the game to see if they vibe with the gameplay or whatever, because there's nothing there to put their foot in the door. There's no
100%.
There's no smaller incentive. At the very least, if we had leaders in the store, You could argue that they probably would be they might have been overpriced anyway if they were put directly in the store. But at least it'd be something they could exchange for easily.
I mean,
right?
hell, like you could leave Belial as an exchange ticket. You know, I know he's your cash cow or whatever, but you could put like Lyria leader in the store or something, or like, you know, a lesser known, or like, you know, a one of the default characters, like an IO leader for Rune or something like that. That they get people in, you know.
Even in Classic, which an even more controversial collab was a Spy Family collab. That was when we had 4 limited gacha characters. At least they gave us a free Anya in the event. They gave us
some free Anya.
And there should be like
one thing to note with them,
right?
Yeah, one thing to note with each and every time they did these limited time available in a pack leaders, they did have like twice as high pull rates. It was 1 in 200 for the Spy Family and Miku ones. I can't quite remember if the Masamune and Aurelia's were 1 in 200 or 1 in 300. But as it is right now, every leader that's been in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond has been 1 in 833 packs, which is a little higher. Just a little higher. Really hoping the 6 dragons are not like the 6 dragons. Just make them 1 in 200 and everyone's going to forgive you, because it's going to feel ecstatic to open packs and get that many tickets. If you open 200 packs and get like 3 of them, people are going to be happy. They're going to be happy with that.
We can only hope. Like that is the ideal scenario.
Will help sentiment.
Yeah, exactly. That's the ideal scenario, and that's what I hope they do. But honestly, I don't know if I can put my copium in that, man. Honestly.
Like, dude, even the whales like us, we are suckers that do spend actual real money, a bunch of real money on this game.
We're part of the
even
problem.
We don't pull exchange tickets. Like, even we barely have any. I don't think Kaden doesn't have a single one that he's pulled outside of the
and I'm well over 500 packs into across the 3 expansions that are out. I've opened more than 500 packs and haven't gotten any, which I believe someone said that I've lost to the odds, but also I haven't gotten obviously to 833 yet, so I'm not ripping my hair out.
I think it's a matter of execution, especially because this is coming right after the Uma mini collab that was so generous. And they do this where it's like the only way to get anything is to spend money. It's like, ooh, I don't know.
That's why they made the Uma mini collab so good. It always gets better before things get worse. They were trying to butter us up. But like,
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what the timelines are like, because I know they work on sets months in advance and stuff. So who knows? I mean, this was in the pipe for a while, but I don't know, man. But you know, can we move on? Because there's a couple of other stuff to do with this collab that I want to cover.
We could probably talk about this. We could talk about this all day, but it is an exhaustion topic.
I want to come back to Tanko's point earlier about having stuff to buy in the shop. That you can buy something in the shop. It's a new stage, which is pretty interesting. And I'm totally okay with.
This is cool,
having a cosmetic stage that you can buy in the shop. That's like such a non-intrusive way to monetize that I'm totally okay with that.
And it is a huge improvement over the Granblue Fantasy collab stage we got in Classic, because that one was just a pot of dirt brownie crust. It just looked like brownie crust. This new field also has brownie crust vibes, but at least you can see like castle structures. It's something.
It looks pretty cool, and the background music is great on it too. So.
Also, one thing to note about this is it's the rare moment when a piece of cosmetic in this game only affects you. Your opponent's not getting forced to play on this stage. So
exactly.
Personally, for me, that drives down the value of it a bit. Not being able to force it down my opponent's neck, I feel like it's worth a little less.
But do we know that though? Do we know that for sure? Because it's not like
you can't force. You cannot force anyone to play on any stage. You decide what stages you're playing on.
But that actually matters to you? That's crazy. I think you're a freaking sociopath.
That means you can't.
Hell yeah,
that means that if you and plus though, like if you're gonna be spending money on it, it's because you want to flex it. Ideally, like you prefer to be able to flex it.
It's just nice. It's I mean,
I'm glad they're adding this option. Yeah.
Oh, you know what they're gonna do next is they gotta add the freaking pets from Master Duel and stuff that you can flex to your opponent, dude.
Hell no.
And then we mentioned earlier there is a Battle Fest, and like I said, Team Yellow is Granagita, Team Blue is Lyria, and Team Red is Vern. I'm going to be on either Team Granagita or Team Lyria. I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to join Team Vern. Fuck that guy.
I'm sorry, Vern, but you're getting left in the dust. No chance.
There's also going to be a collab dungeon, similar to the dungeon battle dungeon earlier with Sincero and Galmu, but this time you have to fight, I think, all 6 of the 6 dragons. So quite a few rewards here. There's sleeves and emblems of all of the 6 dragons, as well as you can get apprentice globes, vials, rupees, card packs, and Seer's Globe shards. So pretty cool, honestly. That I'm excited for. More PvE content to get casuals into the game is always better. I keep saying this over and over and over again, and I'll keep beating the drum of it. If you want casuals to play your game more and get invested, you cannot be throwing them into the deep end of ranked, because that's intimidating for a lot of people. So have more PvE stuff like this, that's totally fine by me. What else? They also have a login event where you can get an emblem and a bunch of tickets, and then on the 7th day of the login, you get sleeves with the 6 dragons on it. And there's going to be weekend lobby tournaments called the Dragon Knights Cup, where you get a sleeve with the 4 Dragon Knights on it, as well as the emblems you can get are Arthur and Mordred from Granblue Fantasy. And there's also going to be a victory rewards event, everybody's favorite.
The deep end. Speaking of the deep end of competitive.
Yeah, when you play ranked or take 2, a treasure chest might appear, and they haven't revealed what the cosmetics will be for this one yet, so I actually don't know.
It's going to be the sword deck character, right? So who are they hiding? Who's the swordcraft character they are hiding?
That's a great point. So what Kaelin's referring to is that in this event, they are also, as previously, they're going to give away a free pre-built one of each class. And the 6 dragons are, 6 of the classes, but Swordcraft is not one of the 6 dragons, and it's not yet revealed who the character for that pre-built is. So I wonder who it's going to be.
There's a lot of dudes, a lot of knights, and people that use swords in Granblue, so literally who knows?
Yeah, but who's on the level of the 6 dragons? Because they're on the box art for the deck along with the other 6 dragons. And obviously Sword's not getting
Yoda.
Wait, is Sword the only one not getting a leader this expansion? They are, right?
Yeah, they're not getting
I guess so. Because Portal gets
good. No, that's not true. They're getting Zeta from the Battle Pass. They're fine.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell, there's a lot of leaders this expansion.
And also, I want to mention, in December, they're going to bring back the Evolving Guild Chest event, and the cosmetic is some nun who gets drunk and vomits on the floor. So you can get those. That's pretty cool.
That's crazy. That artwork is...
It's the first expansion. This is the first set, I believe, where we have both victory chests and evolving chests. That's nice.
There's a lot of stuff going on. See, this is why, I don't mind them selling skins. I think the 6 skins is kind of crazy, and I think the selector should be a selector and not a random one. But, whatever. Sell your skins as long as the game itself is good. But I do understand your point of, might be a slippery slope. So I think we're just going to have to wait and see how it transpires,
Yeah, I'm getting nervous about what they're willing to do a year from now, and it's a shame that this is a chance to get Granblue players on board, but they're already losing interest just looking at the whole system.
I mentioned this, like I said, right, just like the Miku collab, you can have these chases, but you should also have something that is a low level of investment that can get the collab people immediately on board, Otherwise, they just won't try it at all. So, yeah.
Also, I think we
with the Spy Family, they had the casual Anya and the schoolgirl Anya.
Yeah,
gave away the casual.
Exactly.
Also, I think we might have skipped it, but Weekend Lobby Tournament is going to be another collab themed Weekend Lobby Tournament, and we're getting the Dragon Knights.
I literally said that.
He did really said that. But I don't know if you did mention the decks, the deck giveaway.
I said that as well.
Did it say no mentions for the decks?
I gotta pee. I stayed up until 5 a.m. watching and talking about the review stream last night. Man, I'm messed up.
The thing that I actually didn't mention is the card pack bundle with purchase bonuses. So, as usual, they're gonna have a paid bundle, and if you buy it 10 times, you get all the rewards. But that's obviously a lot of money, so most people aren't gonna do that. But here are the rewards. Bundle 1 is the emblems of the 6 dragons. Bundle 2 is 2 tickets. Bundle 3 is a Cagliostro and Clarice emblem, which is actually look really good in that art, actually. Bundle 4 is 2 more packs. Bundle 5 is the 6 dragons sleeve, getting along. Bundle 6 is 1 Apprentice Globe. Bundle 7 is 2 Seers Gem Shards. Bundle 8 is the sleeve of Clarisse and Cagliostro doing a spell together. And then Bundle 9 is a Seers Globe. And then Bundle 10 is a card style of that Clarisse Cagliostro art for the spell Alchemic Flare. That card looks so good, actually. I might have to call it.
The art looks so good, but it's also kind of funny that this time it's just an art art for a gold this time. You spend like 100, $200.
The Legends Rise one was also just a gold. It was Neptune.
No, Neptune was
no, it was it was the Seraph. Yeah,
it was. Yes, the purchase bundle for Legends Rise was Seraph Lapis. That's true. Yeah.
So something I want to mention that we haven't covered because we might have just forgotten, and it's not going to be related to Granblue. But this expansion is going to cover December, and Cygames has never missed a Christmas. So we're getting something for Christmas in 2 months, and that the tail end of Shadowverse Classic Christmas events were crazy. So
take 2 all those.
We could be doing like
you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
I am,
bro.
But they have the potential to re-peak the player numbers if they do the right event in Christmas.
Grand Prix Grand Prix Take 2 All Stars is just going to be normal Take 2.
Yeah, dude. You get a bundle you can buy that gives you a sleeve. Take it or leave it. That's your Christmas.
Don't say that.
Oh no.
Oh man. Anyway, guys, there are going to be a bunch of reveals over the coming days from all outlets, Japan, global as well. I have my own reveal happening today, as of time of recording this. I think by the time I post it, it'll be a couple hours from the time I posted. So there you go. Exciting stuff. Go check that out. I'm excited to show you my card. You guys better tune in. You two specifically. I'd feel betrayed if you didn't.
I'll be there or be square.
Nice. Good stuff. So yeah, weird collab. I think a mix of, some excitement, but also a lot of caution and a little bit of negative backlash as well. I want to see how they end up implementing it in the end. I think a lot of it will come down to execution. Like I said, if the 6 tickets are not boosted and it pollutes the freaking lucky chest, I'm going to be really upset. And I will be tweeting about it if that is the case. But I'll just have to see, I guess. All right. That's it for the main topic, y'all. Now, I did ask a question last episode. But instead of getting any responses from the comments, it was just people being really mad for some reason. There was even one comment that said, everybody who plays Portal, let's riot against the game and intentionally throw matches so that until they buff Portal. I thought that was
crazy.
So funny.
You don't go, brother. My guy, my Portal craft brother in arms. You don't need to boycott to lower the win rate. We have no win rate anyway. You don't need to do anything special about it.
I just thought that comment was so
What even was the question? What was the question for last week again?
I was like, what do you predict is going to happen on the stream? But instead of answering the question, people just got mad. That was so funny.
I'm gonna blame chat for this because you guys didn't post your prediction for the Granblue collab. That all of our joke predictions came true. The Skybound arts, the 8 leaders.
Yeah. I don't think any of us predicted Invoke would come back because it's something we didn't want to curse the world with.
Oh,
we didn't want that knowledge out there.
We didn't go that far.
We didn't talk about the card reveals so far because will take 5 bajillion years because they revealed 11 cards. Yeah. But yeah, Invoke is coming back, and that made me so upset, man. That made me so mad.
Igni hinted at it earlier, but if Belial gets drafted in Take 2, you just win.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah. Just I think I want to mention this before we end the main topic. My biggest concern. Obviously the monetization can be concerning in the future, but I think right now it's on the edge. But my bigger concern is that they are creeping way too fast, man. We're on set 4. Yeah. We're only a couple of months into this game, and we're getting super Skybound, Invoke back. What's the game gonna look like a year from now if at this stage in the game we got all this nonsense happening already?
The existence of Skybound art within just set 4 implies that there's going to be a lot of free evos in this set to make up for to help make Skybound even viable. There's going to be so many Dalias. Yeah, some of them are whatever, obviously, but it's going to be it's just kind of weird to have all these free evos coming out in just set 4. Like we're already at like the second third half the second third part of Shadowverse classic history with these type of mechanics, so it's kind of
I know, right? And like it's so strange because a big thing that players loved about like the early metas of this game were that evolves are something you actually have to think about, you know. Like near the end of classic's lifespan you could evolve every freaking turn, and that was lame because it took the decision making out of it, and now it seems like we're already heading back to that. And you got to ask the question honestly, like if you're going to go back to your old design philosophies, what was the point of rebooting in the first place?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. All right. Anyway, the next viewer question I want to ask right now. What kind of card do you want in the next set? I thought I'd give it like a little bit more of a fun one. I want y'all to just like straight up make up a card in the comments below and tell me if that's or like what character from Granblue do you want to see as well. Let's do a little of a custom card challenge in the comments down below. You can invent one, and we'll see if any of you get close to a real card that actually exists. So yeah, leave it in the comments below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is going to be it for this episode of Evolve Point. You can find me here on YouTube as well as Twitch and Twitter/X. And I'm going to be doing that card reveal right after this episode goes up, basically. So stay tuned for that. Tonko, where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv, whatever. I do stream sometimes. You'll find me in Stellar Sora. I'll be stuck in the monolith, not getting the notes I need to activate my skills.
Hey, brother, why are you bad at shilling your own stuff and then you shill for Stella Sora, that game that everyone agrees has bad monetization?
Hey, I mean, the story is nice at least. It's cute. It's cute. My
Kaylin,
stream doesn't have a nice story.
Kaylin, where can people find you?
You will find me in Shadowverse Park. My summon sign will be on this table doing my daily missions.
Oh, yeah.
If you find a game right now.
Tonko, you should probably fight Kaylin to get the guild member friendly done.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, get up. Wait.
All right, that's going to be it from us. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.